Hey guys, I hope everyone's doing well. I just wanted to do a very quick review of the January 8th, 2022 game, La Liga game versus Granada versus Barcelona, and what we saw. Obviously, we're getting used to not knowing what to expect. This is not necessarily the Barcelona we're used to seeing, but we know Xavi's in charge and making some changes. There's going to be some fixes. It's January, it's the transfer window. There's a lot going on, but we have to work with what we have. Whether it's shortened games with shortened players because of COVID or injuries, whatever it is, Xavi's got to put together whatever he has. This game started out with Garcia and PK in the center backs, Jordi Alba and Dani Alves out back and the fullbacks once again, right? The gruesome dewsome. Nico Gonzalez in the middle with Busquets and Gavi, Hula and Luke de Jong and Dembele. Luke de Jong up top again after coming off of his goals, was able to almost win the game for Barcelona. So when we get into this, I'm going to make it very quick and concise as to what I saw. When we get the game going, there was a possible goal that was called back versus VAR. They said it was like 10 passes before the goal. Looked like somebody had dribbled off sides. And then when they went back for VAR, they went back 10 passes back from a goal that would have been another Luke de Jong goal. Whatever. Let's say they got rid of that. Okay, let's say that's fair. 0-0. And Dembele's running around up the top right winger, and he's running into traffic. He's got great speed, great touch, but he seriously is like a heat-seeking missile for congestion. If there's 3 or 4 people in the way, he will run to them, right? Instead of running to space. He's the fastest person on the field. I don't know why he doesn't go away from the speed, or away from pressure, but he doesn't. So here we go. The game goes on. First half's kind of scrappy. You can tell that Xavi wants them to play wide and then have offensive threats from the back like Jordi Alba and Dani Alves cut through the middle. It only works if we're creating space and doing speed. Whatever it is, this isn't the team that, this is not the best Barcelona team of all time, but you can say they're working on steps. They're trying to come up with a way to beat teams. And in this case right now, when you have Luke de Jong up top because Memphis Depay is still getting back from an injury, obviously, he's an aerial threat. That's his main thing. And wouldn't you know, going into halftime, 0-0, they come back out in the 57th minute. Luke de Jong gets a header from Dani Alves. Yes, it's almost like a blast from the past. Who would have ever thought Dani Alves would be passing a corner for Barcelona, a cross from Barcelona to Luke de Jong in 2022? Here we are. But one of the leading assist leaders for Barcelona gets another assist to Luke de Jong, a header. And I have to admit, while not a lot of the pressure was going on in the middle, not a lot of the attacks out wide from inside were really working with the youngsters, one thing that you could count on was that Luke de Jong is an aerial threat, and he had 1 and 2 people marking him at all times. Also, we saw Eric Garcia go out with an injury. We saw Gavi get a red card, 2 yellows. PK also could have had a red card with 2 yellows, but they let him slide on one. No pun intended. But what you're looking at is a team, I think this Barcelona is finally aggressive. One of the things that us Barcelona fans were dealing with for the last season and a half was there wasn't enough aggression. There wasn't enough passion. Okay, well, we've turned the dial up, and we're getting 21 fouls in this game. So the players need to calm it back. A lot of youngsters, but they're playing with the intensity that we like to see. And I have to say, for my personal opinion, I love it. I know it's risky. And I know a lot of smarter heads would say, hey, you shouldn't be going in for so many challenges. But Barcelona, if you're not going to be the most tactical team, if you're still working in and out of shortages of players, the least you could do is bring 100%. And I got to respect what they're doing. So I was happy to see that. Barcelona's winning all the way up until the 88th minute, 1-0. And then what happens? Another set piece blunder. Corner, 89th minute, goes in. Antonio, it bounces in the middle. Antonio Porta, he gets the ball inside the box after a deflection, scores a goal. Womp, womp, womp. I mean, what happens is when these set pieces cannot be defended this poorly, you cannot allow people at the top and the far side of the box to be so wide open. You need to sprint to the pressure or stay on them. Anyway, Barcelona ties Granada, only earning themselves 1 point, putting them in 6th place in La Liga standings. If they had have won, if they had just held on for a few more minutes, they would have been in the top 4 in Champions League contention. But unfortunately, right now, Barcelona sits at 32 points, 6th place in La Liga standings. They literally had 1 shot on goal the entire game. Unfortunately, 13 off goal. Granada had 14 off goal, 4 on goal. So we definitely are not getting the offense going. But when you only offensive threat you have is the outside attack from Dani Alves and sending pieces up for Luke de Jong, it looks like we're a crossing, centering, scoring team. Right now we don't work our way up and get independent shots. I know Dembele was trying quite a bit, but he just runs into pressure and seems to kind of blow it at the last second. Another thing I noticed a lot of the players for Barcelona are starting to take outside shots. I think that is a positive development for this team. You may not score every time, but you've got to keep that goalie on his toes. You got to keep him nervous. It's exhausting. You also have to require the defenders to pull out, right? Because if they don't think you're going to shoot farther up, they're not going to commit their body to going towards you where you can find an opening and a pass. So these are all, I can see what he's doing. I can see all the developments, and I'm happy to see it. I know the tie wasn't what we wanted to see for our first La Liga game in 2022, but you know what? It wasn't a loss. The team's developing. They're playing aggressive. They're fouling too much. Sometimes you just got to take the good with the bad. I hope everyone has a good year. Everyone be safe. Talk to everyone soon. Adios.